American referee for this fight. Short and sweet, these two know each other very well. They used to room together on American amateur trips. Good friends, but not tonight for the next 12 rounds. Fought 3 times as amateurs, and Liles won all 3 of those. One of them, though, was a disqualification. That's the WBA belt that's on the line here tonight. These two, particularly Liles, have often been mentioned as possible opponents for the likes of Ben and Eubank. It's never quite happened. Liles, fabulous Frankie Liles, as he calls himself, the defending champion, tall and gangly with the white trunks, the green of Tim Littles, who fought this side of the water quite recently in Cork when he beat Chris Sandy, the former Olympic medalist. One of 3 wins he's had since his world title defeat against James Toney.
And already you're seeing what makes Liles a very tough man to beat. He's very tall, quick reflexes, and he's a southpaw. But they know each other so well. It's obviously difficult for both fighters because they're aware of what each one's going to do.
Good right hand from Liles, who does throw punches sometimes from rather unusual angles. Good right hand again. No knockdown there, just wrestled round, really, Littles. There's a feeling that Liles may well have improved since Littles beat him before in a fight for the United States Boxing Association title.
That's right, and also Littles had that bad defeat against James Toney, which you would think has maybe just dented his confidence a little.
I think Ring Magazine once called Littles the best kept secret in American boxing. This is a chance for him to really establish himself. Tim Littles, maybe a last chance. But Liles is a very, very difficult man to get to, and he's got fast hands. Good right hand there, and again, Littles is in trouble. 2 rights to the left, and Littles is on the floor in the first round. That wasn't really in the script. Everyone was predicting a 12-rounder here.
They were, and it was that quick right hand from Liles. You see, very confidently caught him, just coming in, doubled up the power of the punch.
3 or 4 more, third home, and Liles in explosive form in the first round. And Littles goes back to the wrong corner. That's how disorientated he is.
Yes, he was in a lot of trouble there. It was a very fast punch. It's caught him cold a little bit, but he was hurt from that. You see the lead which he gets, that it's almost a hook come uppercut. Really gets a lot of power. And then he just carries on with the right hand.
And we've got a controversy going on while we watch that, because the Liles corner are claiming that that was only a 2-minute round and that the timekeeper got it wrong. If so, we can confirm that, and that could be absolutely vital, because Liles was robbed of an extra minute in which to finish the job.
Well, that would be a big error from the timekeeper. And that has maybe cost Liles dearly, because he could have gotten the stoppage there. Littles was certainly in a lot of problems.
Well, the Liles cornermen are absolutely furious about that. That is a big mistake. Make no mistake. Second round, can Liles in the white trunks, the defending champion in his 4th defense, repeat the dose against his old mate?
Again, the legs just looked unsteady there as Liles landed that left hand.
Well, this time he's caught with the right hand. Liles himself just caught off balance and wrestled down. He goes down. Body shot, it looked like, but it's not going to be counted. Littles complains that he got in with a shot there.
But Littles has that cut as well. He's picked a cut above his left eye. So lots of drama in this fight so early.
It really is, and we'd like to look at that again, really, if we can. That alleged slip by Liles, because Littles thought he caught him, and now he's cut by the left eye, Littles. Everything happening in this fight in the opening couple of rounds. We've had a 2-minute round, we've had Littles on the floor, we've had him going back to the wrong corner, now we have him cut. We also had Liles staggered by a right hand and maybe down from a body punch, which wasn't counted. And we haven't been going for much more than 4 minutes in this fight so far.
And the feeling was that this would be a something of a boring type fight because they knew each other so well and so much drama.
You can forget that. Punching after the referee had said, great pitch helping, is having his work cut out there in the moment. If this is how these two go on when they're friends, you'd hate to see them with their enemies, wouldn't you?
I was going to say these two are supposed to be friends. But this is the boxing rings, the world championship at stake, and it's all business.
Left hook was a good shot from Littles. He's really come out for this second round determined to try and establish himself after a torrid opening round. Right uppercut was a good shot from Liles. Littles on the counter with the left hook.
Liles getting good leverage with that right. It's almost an uppercut hook that he throws.
Good head shots again from Littles. He's come back very, very well. A right hand to the head. It's caught around the ear, and I think that... Was it a rabbit punch?
He's okay.
Scored break. Littles hit Liles after that break and is now having a point deducted. So the drama goes on here. 1 point off for Littles, which will undo the good work he's done in this round. He will feel fairly aggrieved. I think he felt he had Liles down genuinely earlier in the round and it wasn't counted. Now he's had a point deducted. And he's got a cut left eye as well.
But certainly this has all stung Littles into action. He's very motivated now. A little bit too much because he's pushing forward and he's making mistakes.
Mistakes are so high. Right hand and another one, and Littles is down again. Oh, he doesn't know where he is. He was up much too quickly. He'll have to take a mandatory 8, but he really could have done himself a favour by staying down. Well, that was an extraordinary round. Extraordinary stuff. Been cut. He was denied a possible knockdown, we felt, in round 2. And Littles has already had a point deducted as well. Littles in the green trunks, the challenger, in trouble in the fight.
Yes, he's looked very unsteady on his legs when Liles is connected.
He's got him in the way. Liles almost falls down onto our TV monitors at ringside. That's the answer from Tim Littles. Well, unending drama. Officially had 20 seconds to get back in the ring. Littles wants to finish the job here. He wrestles Liles to the floor. He's already had 1 point deducted. Well, this is an amazing fight so far, Glenn.
It really is. Everything's happening here. Just from one way to the other. Both landing with good shots.
And they said this would be cautious, dull, negative.
Well, on paper, the way both fighters fight, it looked as if it would be that way, but certainly it's a big change from that.
And again, now Littles has got to watch it. He's had 1 point deducted, this time for punching again after the fray. He claimed he was being held by Liles. He's pulled onto the punches.
He's very, very keyed up, and I think at times that's where he's running into mistakes. He's lunging forward, he's trying to wrestle his arms free, trying to hit on the break.
Littles really fired up. And gets him with a big left hand. That's shaking Liles up again, desperately trying to hold on. But they both have the power to really hurt the other fighter here.
But Littles really firing them big hooks there. Getting lots of momentum behind him, trying to roll into the punches.
The other right hand was a good shot from Tim Littles. Liles is beginning to give out distress signals. I'm not quite sure why he sank to the canvas there. It's certainly not a knockdown. Littles is beginning to get to him in this third round. And on the scorecards, we reckon Littles would have gone into the round 5 points behind, having been on the floor twice and having had a point deducted.
That's right. Liles very much on the defensive here, and he's not having it very well at all. Littles just rolling forward and then coming up with the big hooks.
Sometimes can be an advantage to the smaller fighter to punch up like that with the right hand.
Having success with that right hand, he just needs to bring the left hook behind that punch, and you're sure he'll connect.
Liles has to punch down on Littles, who's not a small man himself. But Frankie Liles, the gangling 6 feet 3 inches. Oh, right hand! It was a cracking punch from Liles. Short punch, and Littles may not get up from that one. Hardly knows where he is. He's all over the place. He's got to be stopped, and it is in the 3rd round. What an incredible fight that was. Frankie Liles is still the WBA Super Middleweight Championship. He had Littles down in every round. He was on the floor himself and almost knocked out of the ring, but he found the answer with that right hand. Well, you will not see many better World Championship fights than that, no matter how long you watch boxing.
What an amazing fight. He just found the punch. It didn't look as if he could do it. He looked under pressure. Littles just seemed to find the answer, and then Liles pulled that one out. But that was the story of the fight as it lasted. Just one thing, then the other. Extraordinary fight.
The final punch was sheer quality. Watch this from Frankie Liles.
Just gets the reflexes. Just a short little right hook. Gets all the power behind it. He went down very heavily. You see, just leans to the right, gets a little bit of momentum, catches him just as he comes up, doubles up the power on that punch, and he went down very heavy. And he's still in the corner. He's on his feet, sitting down now, but he's in a little bit of distress there.
He was never, ever going to get up from that.
Never. He just stumbled into the ropes, and the referee had to stop it there.
It was, in fact, well, he did get up. Let's be fair. He got up,
That's right,
but his legs
just fell forward.
were
into
playing
the
a
corner.
different tune, weren't they? And Frankie Liles, who had many, many alarming moments in that fight. Strange thing to say when he had his opponent down in every round, but it looked like Littles could have taken him out as well. And he avenges his earlier defeat by Tim Littles. That's Jackie O'Halloran, the manager of Liles. It was the lady who went across and gave him the big hug. There she is. She was taking some kind of tourist snaps in the corner earlier on. Liles, who beat Roy Jones as an amateur. Roy Jones regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, then lost to him in the '88 Olympic trials. So he's got some, he's got a really good record, and with that fight being shown in America, he may well shake off his reputation of being a dull, boring fighter. Dull and boring were the last 2 adjectives in the world you would use to describe what we've just seen here at the Newcastle Arena